Thank you, Mr. President. Dear leftists, I'm very happy to take part in this debate about democracy in Europe. So let me give you some example of very major democracy in Poland, over 1,000 years of tradition of Polish nation. Polish nation rejected you, dear leftists, 8 times. 8 times in a row you have lost elections in Poland. So get used to it, because you're going to lose again. That's number one. Let me give you some data about Poland and Polish democracy. The lowest unemployment in European Union is Poland. The highest GDP after COVID in European Union is Poland. One of the lowest debts in European Union is Poland. So don't give us this rubbish about the need of educated immigration, as we heard yesterday. We don't need your doctors. We don't need your engineers. Take them all and pay for them. We don't need them. You know why? Because there is a 0 terrorist attacks in Poland. Why? Because there is no illegal migration in Poland. So don't give me this look. Don't give me these arguments about the populism, because this is a fact. This is your data from Eurostat. So we don't need your engineers. We don't need your doctors. Take them. Do not teach us. Do not teach us about democracy, because we know what the democracy is. So learn from Poland. Be like Poland. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about this pretty based European Parliament Polish politician by the name of Mr. Dominik Tarczyński, okay? And I hope I pronounced that right. I know I butchered names, okay? I know I butchered names, guys, but I'm hoping I got this guy's name right. But he's one of the most base politicians I've ever seen in my life, okay? I wish that we had some politicians like this here in the United States who tell it like it is, especially when it comes to this issue of immigration. Now, with all the things going on in the world, okay, all the conflicts that are happening, there's going to be a huge conversation about taking in refugees from Europe and the Middle East, okay? And they're going to point at countries like the United States, Western countries, to take in refugees because of this conflict. And I got to tell you guys, the answer to that question is the same answer that I have to the questions about the current illegal immigration crisis that is happening in the United States, where you have these, refugees or so-called refugees, asylum seekers from places in South America and Central America. The answer is no, right? Our borders closed. Unfortunately, we cannot take in more of these people. And this is not me trying to be cold-hearted or anything like that. I'm not claiming to have some type of superior moral stance either, right? But I'm just acting in the best interest of our country. Right now, we just simply cannot take in more refugees, right? We cannot take in more illegals, okay? That's just the reality of the situation, okay? It is what it is. We got to look out for our people first, okay? So again, that brings me to this guy who did an interview with some liberal reporter on like a British TV network, and he told the truth like it is when asked about why Poland doesn't take in more illegals or more immigrants into their country. So I want to react to his interview that he did here with Tucker, because they're going to play the clip. And again, this is based
of the European Parliament. He's from Poland, and he is unapologetically working to protect his country from radical demographic change, which nobody welcomes in any country on planet Earth. We thought it'd be interesting to talk to him now, and we're grateful that he's joining us. Dominik, thanks so much.
Before he gets into this, Tucker made a great point. Nobody, no other country, China, India, any of the Arab countries, like no other country outside of the Western countries are expected to take in a bunch of people from other parts of the world that don't match the dominant demographic, right? That's just the Western thing. And it's fascinating how only the West has the responsibility of doing that, but nobody else does. It's pretty interesting stuff.
for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
So I want to just frame this for people who haven't been following it with a conversation that you had with a kind of bewildered interviewer. I believe this is Channel 4 in Great Britain. Here's how it unfolded.
How many refugees has Poland taken?
0.
And you're proud of that?
If you are asking me, if you are asking me about Muslims illegal immigration, none, not even one will come to Poland. Not even one if it's illegal. We took over 2 million Ukrainians who are working, who are peaceful in Poland. We will not receive even one Muslim because this is what we promised.
But I asked
this
not
quota
about
system
illegal
failed.
immigrants. I asked about refugees. And Jean-Claude Juncker, the Commission President, says that you're racist. You sound proud of the fact that you haven't taken any refugees.
Of course, because this is what our people are expecting from our government. That's number one. This is why our government was elected. But this is why Poland is so safe. This is the reason why we had not even one terrorist attack. Look at the streets in Poland. And we can be called populists, nationalists, racists. I don't care. I care about my family and about my country.
That is so unbelievable.
Yeah.
That woman, I don't know what the word for repulsive in Polish is, but she qualifies. Anyway, so I just want to say I think it's the greatest exchange I've seen in a long time.
She was surprised by the honest words. She was so surprised.
So tell us about your thinking on this question. You don't seem embarrassed at all. God bless you. But why are you not embarrassed? Why are you not like everybody else in Europe?
Because I'm proud. Because I love Poland. Because I love my mother, my sister, my daughters, our daughters as a families. Because we care about them. Because we are not afraid to say no. Most of the spineless politicians, leftist politicians in here, in European Parliament, in Brussels, they are afraid. They want to be the part of this leftist way of thinking, flat, I would say. And Poland is completely different. I must say Poland is, I would say, the last stronghold of normality, Christianity, family values in Europe. Obviously, Hungary are doing good as well, but by the size, we are the ones who are very much attacked at the moment. So we are not afraid. We believe in Poland.
Yeah, so shout out to Poland, right? Shout out to Poland, okay? Because I wish more American politicians would tell it like it is in regards to this issue of illegal immigration, right? Look, we just can't take any more illegals. And honestly, again, we can't take in any more refugees either. Again, I feel bad. I feel terrible about some of these situations, these things that are happening across the world. However, why is it always up to the West to take in the refugees? And see, here's the thing. This is why I'm such a staunch advocate of staying out of the Middle East, staying out of these foreign conflicts. The reason why I'm such an advocate for it is because if we stay out of it, then you can't make the argument that, well, you guys are the ones that caused it because you decided to overthrow their government, right? Which, I mean, that is the argument, okay, that has been made to take in Syrian refugees, you know, refugees from Iraq and all these other places, right? You know, the excuse is always, well, the U.S., you were involved, so you should take them in, right? Like, for example, Afghanistan, right? I mean, at the time, I said, look, you know, I mean, we invaded Afghanistan, we toppled the government, and, you know, it would be messed up for us not to take in the people that helped us. But again, that is the reason why I advocate that we don't get involved, okay? Maybe, just maybe we should not have invaded Afghanistan, right? I'm just saying, because ultimately, the Taliban is back in charge of Afghanistan, and I'm not sure how much progress we've actually made there. Okay, we did get Osama, but still, right? Still, I'm just saying, like, people gotta understand that one of the consequences of these regime change wars, right, toppling governments, is that you create a crisis, a refugee crisis, and then morally, you are obligated to take in refugees, right? Or else it looks really, really bad, which is, again, part of the reason why I'm so against it. Because I just don't want to have to deal with taking in the refugees and basically taking in people into our country we don't really know. You know, we don't know too much about them. Okay? Again, we already got a crisis at the southern border. We got people from all around the world coming into the American border, American territory. We don't know who they are. A lot of these are single, fighting age men, right? Males. And I don't care if you call me a bigot, racist, xenophobe. Call me what you want. I'm thinking about the American people, okay? We have enough people here in this country already. We're a very diverse country, okay? And we're good, okay? We're good for right now, okay? So again, I don't blame countries like Poland who see the writing on the wall and say, you know what? We're not going to be taking in all these people, okay? I don't understand why there's not more pressure put on some of these other countries to take in refugees, illegal immigrants or whatever, right? I'm just saying, put some pressure on these other countries to do it. It's just not the West. It's just not the United States where these people can go. There's so many other places they can go. And I'm just saying again, one of the reasons why, I'm so against, the interventionism and current U.S. foreign policy and what we do is because of the crisis that it creates in which we are morally obligated to take in refugees. And that is something, in my opinion, I think is just not in the best interest of our country. Right? Again, I don't really have that much of a problem with legal immigration, right? I mean, I think that might be contrary to what this Polish guy is advocating for when it comes to illegal immigration from some places. But me personally, look, if they're vetted, okay, if we know who they are, okay, and if, they have strong American values, that's why I'm such a supporter of Vivek Ramaswamy and his immigration plan and strategy, because at the very least he thinks about it from the perspective of, well, if we're gonna bring them here, let's make sure that they're Americanized, that they love this country, and we don't have to deal with ideological conflicts, okay, that could lead to people losing their lives, okay? So again, like I said, man, call me what you want. I think this guy is kind of spot on. I think this guy is doing what's in the best interest of his country, and I just wish we had more politicians like him in America that would tell it like it is. So hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.